LUKABO was 16 years old when rebels abducted him. They forced him to mutilate and kill, and mutilated him too. He eventually escaped and opened this bar in northern Uganda. Now it's his livelihood, but he told us he struggles with the memories every day.
I kept complaining that the rebels had taken me from my home, so they cut off my finger and part of my lips to punish me.
The rebel Lord's Resistance Army fought the government in northern Uganda for 20 years. It was one of Africa's longest and most brutal civil wars. There was a ceasefire in 2006. By then, the LRA had forced thousands of children to become soldiers and sex slaves. This man, Dominic Ongwen, was also abducted as a child. Now he's standing trial at the International Criminal Court. In the bush, he rose to become a commander. The prosecutors say he was then responsible for war crimes. The ICC issued arrest warrants for 5 rebels, including the LRA's leader, Joseph Kony, who's still at large. Ongwen's the only one who's been caught. But not only the rebels are accused of atrocities. People living in the villages around here say when the conflict began in 1986, the rebels frequently used this path at night. They say that government soldiers assumed the local community was supporting them, and so rounded up 45 villagers and shot them dead right here. There's a memorial, but many people here feel there hasn't been justice. Uganda's army, known as the UPDF, declined an interview, but in the past it said the rebels committed the vast majority of the atrocities during the war, and its own soldiers faced justice in military courts. It's provided the evidence the ICC needs to prosecute rebels, which campaigners say is a problem.
It's clear that this cooperation could require a bit of hands-off, what the UPDF did. And unfortunately, this actually taints the process because victims see it for what it is, victors' justice.
One other LRA commander, Thomas Kweyelo, is facing charges here in Uganda. Proceedings have dragged on for 7 years, and many wonder why only 2 people are being tried, both from the rebel side.
It's not one-sided justice with the social programs that are there to help the victims directly, and then with all other development partners that are coming to encourage the community to open up, to speak freely. It's going to take time, and we believe with the time it will be normal.
A rights group set up this documentation centre in what was once the war zone. Massacres committed by both sides have been recorded in a database. Visitors can come and see a fairly comprehensive record of what happened. But it's something that many here feel hasn't been reflected in justice. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Kitgum, Uganda.